What's up team? Welcome back to Train Like a Ballerina. Today I'm doing my first monthly Q&A. There are so many questions that get asked on social media that I feel deserve a much more in-depth, educated answer, which is why I would like to start doing a monthly Q&A. So I'm going to start with 5 questions. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer for the next one, please ask below. I also have an incredible TLB team of ex-professional dancers who have gone on to do amazing things such as becoming doctors, physios, dietitians, naturopaths, podiatrists. If you have a question for any of those incredible women, please ask those below as well. Let's go straight into it. Question number 1. So question number 1 is, how do I lose 5 kilos in 1 month? This question makes my blood boil a little bit, just because it's a question that I personally ask myself nearly every single day as a professional ballerina, because my teacher told me that I had to weigh a certain amount, that I was a certain height, that I was a certain age, therefore I had to weigh this amount, and that's simply bull. First of all, we are all completely different. Not only do we have different ways we metabolize food, but we also have completely different body compositions. So what one person weighs at a certain age and a certain height has no relation to what you need to weigh at a certain weight and height. So forget about that for 1 second. Forget about that for the rest of your life. Second thing is that your weight does not define who you are. And this is a very hard lesson that I had to learn, is that a number on a scale doesn't make me a better dancer. That a number on a scale does not make me a better human. It does not actually get me roles. It does not have teachers look at me in a better way. It just made me so unhappy chasing a certain weight. My advice to you is start focusing on being strong and being healthy, and the weight loss, if it's required for your body, will come. I can promise you that. There are 3-month programs on Releve Training. I'm going to put also a link below. All of these programs have had incredible results from dancers and non-dancers around the world. They've had weight loss, but not because they're focusing on weight loss, because they're focusing on doing the correct strength training, flexibility training, and eating a lot nutrient-dense food and educating themselves on how to do so. Mindset's also a huge factor in weight loss. If you're constantly focusing on a number, if you're constantly focusing on losing weight, you're going to be at a high cortisol level, so your body's releasing a hormone that means your body's going to be under stress, which means you're literally going to put on weight. So stop focusing on the number, focus on being healthy and strong, confident, empowered, all these beautiful words. Keep telling you those words instead of thinking that a certain number on a scale is going to make you a better dancer in person. Question number 2 is how to push past perfectionism. Now, I've got a question for you. What is your definition of perfect? I don't think there is one, because perfectionism and being perfect is very subjective, and it is different through all of our lenses, through all of our eyes, and it's unattainable. But I actually think that that's what makes ballet such a beautiful art form, is that we're chasing something that doesn't really exist. But the chase for being perfect is a constant chase, and it can become very easily negative. So how do we push past this idea of being perfect and not being able to attain it, and that relating to being negative? And I have one word to tell you: acceptance. This is one word that has had such a positive impact on my life, so I hope it can help yours as well. And this is not just for dancers, but I think absolutely everybody. Learning to accept who you are, the things you can't change, that you'll never be able to change, accepting them, but then also learning the things that possibly you can change. And what they are is going to have an incredible impact on your life. I can promise you that. How do we accept ourselves? Now that is a whole nother video in itself. But I think the path of self-love, which anyone who knows me or anyone who follows me knows that I hate that word. I used to hate the word self-love. But learning to love yourself is not just going to show and shine through on stage and in the studio, but you're going to lead a much healthier, happier life. Acceptance. Okay, question number 3 is how to push past pain or an injury. I feel like everybody already knows the answer to this question, and is don't do it. If you have pain, it is your body telling you there is something not quite right. Stop. Seek a professional opinion, get some help and advice, get a rehabilitation plan. Don't go back to the studio or stage or dancing until you are pain-free. As dancers, we're always taught you should be dancing with pain. No, you fucking shouldn't. You shouldn't be dancing with pain. If you have pain, stop. Every single time in my career that I pushed past pain, or that I was told to push past pain, all it did was lengthen my recovery time. I then had to be off for sometimes weeks, months. I was even off for a year because I pushed past pain. Pain is telling you something. Listen to your body, guys. It was one of the best advice I can give you in this video. If you take away anything, listen to your body. Be in tune with your body. Don't listen to a teacher or a director or a choreographer. Whoever comes in and tells you to push past pain, Tell them that your body is your instrument, that your body is your tool. And if you push it past breaking point, you are gonna have to take a longer time off. You're going to maybe not even come back to stage. You could have to end up retiring at a very young age, just like me, because I pushed through pain for too long a time. Don't do it, guys. It's not worth it. No show, no assessment or exam or anything is worth pushing past pain. Okay, so question number 4 is, what is a perfect breakfast? So there is no perfect breakfast for one person, as we are all so different, but my advice to you on trying to assess which breakfast is best for you is to trial and error on yourself and figure out what gives you the most energy, what food you consume to make you feel the best that you possibly can. I did this my whole life, and it's always something you'll be doing for the rest of your life because your body changes as well. So for instance, I wake up every morning and I think, okay, what am I doing today? Am I very highly active? Am I expending a lot of energy? Do I need to consume a lot of food? And generally, this isn't a question I ask anymore because I just eat whenever I'm hungry. If I'm exercising less, I just don't eat as much. If I'm exercising a lot, I'm more hungry, so I just eat more food. So for breakfast, I wake up, if I'm having an early morning workout, I usually wait about half an hour to have a coffee. I'll have a coffee. I'll always have a source of protein and carbs before 30 to 45 minutes before I work out. Even if this is an egg on bread or even just a handful of almonds and a piece of toast, it doesn't have to be something really big, but something to keep me fueled for my workout ahead. And I force myself to eat this because I don't like mornings. I don't like eating at breakfast time, but I force myself to eat it because I have tested on myself and I've realized that if I don't eat a breakfast before a workout, my workout sucks. That again is just me, so trial in yourself, see what works best for you. I do know some dancers and some athletes who don't eat breakfast, but it's very, very few. And I've actually urged them to start having a small breakfast, and they've actually noticed their energy levels and their workout and their training has been exponentially better. Exponentially, does it right? So try and test on yourself, figure out what works for you, and always eat. All right, guys, question number 5 is, how do I improve my jumps and turns? I'm going to answer this quite broadly so that it is for everybody and not just dance. You need to figure out your own body, your own vessel. You need to figure out where you are strong, which muscles engage more and which ones don't engage as much and which ones are weak. How to do this? Do a releve workout, note down which ones are easy, which ones are hard, and work on those ones that you found challenging. For something like jumps and turns, you do need to have certain groups of muscles strong. One of the biggest group of muscles that I think that actually all people don't actually engage enough is their glutes. And our glutes is the biggest muscle in the body. Every time you think you're jumping, every time you think you're turning, your glutes need to be engaged. Dancers just don't do glute training enough because they're so scared of getting big booties. It's just not true. If you do glute training, your jumps will get higher, your turns will get better. If you learn how to isolate your glutes and when to engage them, you're gonna have incredible technique, progress, and you're gonna feel stronger as well, and you're not gonna bulk. So try the workouts on Releve, guys. There are heaps of targeted ones. There's ones from absolute beginners to advanced and professionals. Try them out and see where you're weak, see where you're strong, note them down, work on those muscle groups, and I can promise you it's gonna have a wonderful effect. All right, guys, that's enough of me rambling on for one day. I hope these little nuggets of information have helped. If you have any questions, please ask them below for me or the TLB team. And yeah, see you guys at the next Train Like a Ballerina video.